When is the last time that you saw Smackdown? Now, me, personally, I watch Smackdown every week, and every time I watch Smackdown, I always say to myself, why did I just watch Smackdown? It's that bad. Here's the thing about Smackdown lately. Not even lately. For years. Smackdown has not been the B show. It has been the shit show. Now, the B show on wrestling is NXT. And in many people's eyes, NXT is the A show. It's becoming the flagship, even though obviously Monday Night Raw is. But where is SmackDown? Where is SmackDown in this whole loop? SmackDown edits reactions. They edit the reactions because it's taped, and I absolutely despise when they edit reactions. It's a slap in the face of wrestling fandom. It's a slap in your face. It's a slap in my face. Don't expect me to think that whenever Bad News Barrett, who has had the shittiest run of his career as King of the Ring, comes out and fans actually boo him. No, I've been in SmackDown. I've seen SmackDown live. And here's the thing. No one fucking cares. Bad News Barrett comes out. Everyone, or King Barrett, excuse me. He comes out. Crickets. It's a dead show. Now, there are things that factor into this. Number one, a lot of SmackDown is taped after Raw. Immediately after Raw goes off the air, they change the layout of the ring and they introduce SmackDown. So, what does this mean? It means that the crowd is dead. It means that the crowd has literally sat through a 3-hour Raw, and now they're going to sit through an hour and a half, 2-hour SmackDown. Even I was exhausted when I saw this happen live. I was ready to go. And then all of a sudden, they start SmackDown, and everyone was literally leaving their seats. And then they're like, oh, okay, we get to stay for SmackDown now. Yay. And then the pyro comes on. It's super loud, which is a great start. But then all of a sudden, it's like, ugh, more wrestling? And I love wrestling, but to sit through 5 hours in a live broadcast is hard. Now, aside from that, they don't tape all of SmackDown after Raw. They tape different segments. But here's the other problem. SmackDown never pushes storylines anymore. There is nothing that has been pushed on SmackDown that has completely changed the outlook of a feud. It's been years since I've seen anything significant happen on SmackDown. And I know everyone agrees with me. You can literally be a professional wrestling fan in 2015 and completely skip out on the B show, completely skip out on their second biggest show, and completely know everything that's going on and not miss a beat. How are you supposed to sell tickets? How are you supposed to make ad revenue and bring in viewers if nothing ever happens on your B show? It's literally just professional wrestling, and that's fine, but it's also not fine because WWE is a very character-driven, story-driven brand. It's not necessarily go out and be the best worker and that's what's going to get you over. It's the biggest characters get over. Just look at John Cena. So, we look at SmackDown. You can literally watch SmackDown with completely no knowledge of what's going on, and you won't be filled in. I can watch Raw, completely miss out on SmackDown, and watch Raw again and be fine. And that's horrible. The booking of SmackDown is terrible. The matches are cookie cutter. The main events are never ever resolved. I mean, 90% of SmackDown main events end up in interference, some sort of disqualification, and that's it. So, going forth, WWE seriously needs to make an impact on SmackDown. Start having big name matches. Start having feuds that are progressed and matured and developed on SmackDown, and maybe we'll start paying attention to SmackDown more often. But until then, I don't see it happening.